Hi guys, morning. So I think you all watched the walk around of the Q60 in the showroom. So I was thinking to bring you around the car, right? Wait. So I'll be driving this car today. Okay. I'm not sure if it's the red one or the grey one, but yeah. This is a better look in the sunlight. There we go. I don't know whether these are unnecessary or interesting, but overall the car just looks very good. It's very wide. This is one thing that I really like. The integrated reverse camera. So in order to not ruin the lines of the car, because from the rear, right, it really looks like a concept car because there are very little things going on there. It's just some slender lights, and then even the reverse camera is hidden in the spoiler itself, and that is something that looks really cool. Of course, I hope that the exhaust is louder. I really hope it's louder because it's quite subdued. It's silent, subdued, So not sure if that's a good thing for a sports coupe, but actually this car actually aims, the 4 Series, the Audi A5, the C-Class Coupe, and the Lexus RC. Right, it competes against these cars, and you think about it, the Lexus RC. Of course, the Lexus RC, it might have a more crazier interior. Not as in the use of materials and all that, unique and bespoke, right? But this guy is actually sort of in the same range, and it's 200,000 less than the RC. This is another bit that I really like. Okay, and then we did check with Infiniti yesterday on these. They say actually there are some ducting that lets the engine emanate its heat out. So yeah, that's how it is. And these, to open, is touch sensitive, but to lock you have to press. Okay. The interior is familiar, and it's the Q50 interior. Okay, it's largely unchanged at that, but the leather is soft, supple, high quality stitchings and all, and I like the organ type pedal, and the 3-spoke steering. So it's still a pleasant interior, high quality interior, and we were all quite surprised with the rear legroom. It's very comfortable at the rear, full length bench. So that means when you sit at the rear, these are not some tiny seats at the back of coupes, These are full-size seats. But for my heights, right, if I were to sit upright, my head will be lodged against the roof, the glass. But because there's so much room here, even someone like my build, 5'11", right, I can slouch. That means, right, there's enough room for me to slouch so that my head is lying on the headrest, and then the rear windscreen becomes a tiny panoramic roof for me. And actually it's quite high quality, especially the leather, all the leather, the stitching and all that, right? It's the fit and finish, of course, is awesome lah. Right. It's okay. No. It's okay. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna drive it later, and I heard good comments about it from my peers here, and yep, can't wait to drive it. The Q60 competes against the BMW 4 Series, the intended market, the Audi A5, the Mercedes C-Class Coupe, and actually the Lexus RC. Yes, in Malaysia, the Lexus RC is priced to a stratospheric pricing, 528,000. But actually that car, right, is supposed to compete against this segment. And yeah, they did not fit a 2-liter turbo. No, right? No 2-liter turbo RC, right? In Malaysia. Only the 350, right?
I
And the
think
F.
so.
Yeah. So you have the 3.5 Lexus RC V6 engine. And that engine, because it's naturally aspirated, right? It has about 23 Newton meters more than this car. 23 Newton meters more than this car. Quite a number of horsepower more than this car, about 150 horsepower more than this car, 23 Newton meters more than this car, 1 second faster than this car from 0 to 100. This is about 7.3, that one is 6.3. But that car is 220,000 more expensive than this car. So that car, right, is another BMW X1 away from this. This is the exact same steering wheel that you get when you buy the 2017 Nissan GTR. Yeah, baby. So you'll be holding a GTR steering, which I really hate. I prefer the old GTR steering anyway. And but as a sports car, it doesn't have pedal shifters, which is not good at all. No, it's a 2-door coupe. You need pedal shifters. You need pedal shifters for a 2-door coupe. Why do you not have pedal shifters for a 2-door coupe? Yes, there is a Q60S with a 3-liter new Infiniti or Nissan 3-liter turbocharged engine with 400 horsepower. Yes, you have that, but you do not pick pedal shifters to be something that you offer for that car. Pedal shifters in any normal cars is already a given, because like I said again and again in my videos, to me pedal shifters, apart from being a sporty thing, it is a safety device. It is a safety device that everyone has gotten used to. The left palm to downshift, right palm to upshift. And especially now all cars are automatics, right? When there is something happening in front, we want to be able to double downshift immediately. For someone like me, I mean, both of my cars have pedal shifters. I've got used to it. When I got up to a new car that doesn't have pedal shifters, right, it feels like me sitting in a car without putting on my seat belts. I just feel a little bit more unsafe. And for a brand like Infiniti, I mean, a brand that is trying to challenge the establishment, you need to give the familiarity to your potential customers. For them to try Infiniti means they have already tried Mercedes, BMWs, or Audis for that matter. You need to give them that familiarity with their current car. You know, they go up, oh, you have pedal shifters. Oh, you have nicer pedal shifters than mine. You know, you need that. So I just, come on. Yeah, this is just not good. It's a comfortable coupe. The thing that I'm most impressed with this car is, of course, the soundproofing is very quiet. It's very comfortable. A cruiser. It's like a Grand Tourer, even though the size doesn't suggest it's a Grand Tourer. And then the packaging, it has a very reasonably sized boot, very spacious rear seats, and the spacious rear seats doesn't ruin the profile of the car. A lot of coupes, right, in order to have the nice sleek profile, they gave up the rear legrooms, headrooms, or whatever room you call it. It's a very good effort from Infiniti, and for Infiniti Malaysia to price it at only 300,000, I think they did an exceptional job, especially the product department, because when you think about it, this is a fully CBU car, you know, and at this price point, and the specifications are not bad. So good job. Because I have to go to the twisties to be able to tell how good the car drives, but it has a very good starting point, because the Q50, the Q60, all this, right, they are built from the legendary Nissan 370Z platform. Okay, so the platform comes from a sports car, and that is a good start for anything. I think that's the reason why the QX70 drives so well. The Q50 also handles really well, albeit the hybrid that we drove is sort of ruined by a lot of really high-tech features. So the sportiest one is sports mode, and then I throttle now. I don't know whether you all can differentiate from the moment I say now till the car making that noise. It's almost 1 second from your from you are in sports mode already, right? The car should actually be 1 gear or 2 gears lower when you're cruising, and then it should give you the immediate feel of when you throttle the car. Every Volkswagen, Audi owners will know this, all right? You or BMW for that matter. You put it in sports mode, right? You see the RPM, and then when you touch the pedal, the car reacts immediately. Okay, I mean the engine performs well when it's not sleeping, but when you put it in sports mode, right, it's supposed to wake up. You know, an Audi in comfort mode, when I kick down, right, can react faster than this. Of course, I think another video I mentioned that I suspect Mercedes-Benz purposely do this to protect the transmission, to keep them in good shape. But there must be a good balance in between. There has to be a good balance in between. Maybe that's what they intended this car to be, and then the S to be the really performance model. But I kind of hope it has a little bit more, because you know this is a good platform, it's a good chassis. So could have been more aggressive, could have been slightly more aggressive to give you that emotional pull. It's not just the visual drama on the exterior, you know, and then the high quality touch points in the interior. It's a very comfortable interior. And not just that, if you added that little bit of emotion, you know, the exhaust sounds, and then the car, how the car reacts, that would have been a lot better. But given the price point, given what it is, I think it's a good buy. It is a good buy. For people who look at all the, you know, last time when you eye cars like the 328i or the Mercedes C300, your budget is about 300k. That time you want to buy this kind of cars, or the Audi A4 Quattro, right? This is a very good alternative, because you really come to think of it, how often do you need the 2 rear seats, provided it's your only family car, right? But I think it's practical enough. Even if you have young children, it is practical enough for them to grow until 13, 14-year-old. They can still fit very well behind. Yeah. Now I sort of get, because yesterday, as Daryl points out, when you reverse, it shows the reverse camera here. You can still use the car's function down here. And then now we are on, there's the navigation is up here. You can see the navigation map big time here, but you can still control your stuff here. So it's a very good combination, I guess, the logic. But then car makers have moved on. You look at Passat and the Audi, they can port the navigation visuals here with their virtual cockpits, or, you know, I don't know what's that called in the Volkswagen one, and then you can do your stuff here. So I understand. Finally understand. This is more for information. This is for you to receive information, the top one. This is for you to operate the car. Yeah. Now, we're North-South Highway, doing 60. Now, the steering. Now, yesterday I was driving the Q60, and it has an excellent steering. A steering that gives me so much confidence, right? I was pounding the twisties at 130, 140 in heavy rain, in an SUV. But this car's steering has no feel. So accurate nonetheless. It's okay. Not as direct as the C-Class coupe steering, but not as balanced as the other two. But it's okay. It's okay, but then there's no... You don't dare to really like throw this car into roads with unknown camber, unknown surface, you know. You won't. But the brakes are alright, and the car is a reasonable performer. That's all I can say. That's all I can really say. And in terms of tracking, right, suddenly I sort of appreciate the Q50 hybrid, because that car sort of like it's computer controlled on the highway, right? You don't need steering correction at all. It feels so planted, so stable on the highway, the Q50 hybrid. Even at 200 plus, going through a bank turn, right? It's almost like, wow, the car is so freaking stable. This one, of course, doesn't have that kind of complicated system, so it's supposed to feel more organic, but you feel the need to do correction at times, but because the steering isn't that feelsome, so overall it's okay. It's not the most intuitive experience, yeah, but it's totally reasonably acceptable. So is this car more comfortable than the C-Class Coupe? Yes. Is it prettier than the 4 Series? Yes. Is it cheaper than the Lexus RC? Way yes. And the new A5 is not here yet. Yeah, it has its spot. It has its spot. Of course, it's not as glamour looking as the C-Class, but it's very futuristic, very sleek, and not a bad choice. You won't get a lot of question marks thrown at you if you buy this car over the others. So as a coupe at this price point, I think it's a good buy. It is a cool car to drive around and have, you know, and one that is comfortable. Yep. Oh, is that? Yeah, that's it.